someone is saying to you about God, look unto it if truly that is what the person is saying to you. Is it true what the person is in his life? Because let it be that someone is saying something about God and someone is doing something about God. The difference between when someone is saying something about God and is doing what he's saying about God, towards what he's doing, you will know. But don't overlook unto him. Because as you see him that is saying about God, he may have it inside of him, but he may be finding himself difficult. Because day to day, after all our time, there are some certain things, it's only God that can amend it in our life. So if someone is telling you about God and now you want to see that what he's telling you is truly what he's doing, that does not mean that you should be able to be discouraged about God. No. Let it be between the person and God, but you follow up and do things you are doing for God in your life. You know, if you find a place you are, it's not a place you will be. Your spirit will tell you. You don't need to be struggling when somebody is making you to find it not to be the place you are. God have already made his own way so big that it can accommodate everybody. Because God is not a little God. It's not a little God you can just say that he's a little God. God is not a little God. God is more bigger than what we call him. So that is why God will be God. So in everything that you do with your life, don't overdo it and thinking it may be, oh, there is no God, or God is not watching, or God is not seeing. Just see it that yes, God knows what we are doing. You know, we cannot hide everything before God. There are some certain things you may thinking that you are hiding, but God knows that you can't hide it. So in your mind, you should be able to allow your mind to be free from God. That you have a free mind before God in your life. That let it be that God be the one you are fearing. Than you say you are fearing God, but truly the fear of God is not in you. If you say you are fearing God, the fear of God must be in you. There's no how to say you fear God and you don't have the fear of God inside of you. The fear of God will be in you. There is no how the fear of God will be in you that you will be doing things that you really know that will be against God in your life. No, you can't do it. Even when you finding yourself doing things out of ignorance, God knows that it's out of ignorance. There is how you will humble your spirit before God and seek God intervention. That means you want to bring yourself like a little person that have offended his heavenly Father. Now you are talking to God as your heavenly Father, who knows what you have done, which is wrong, before you and before God. You don't need to hear or go through 3 or 4 people for things or begin to say you have offended God. Let it be that you have that channel before you and God. That you are speaking to God based on what you have done to God, which you know is wrong. And now, because what will generate all these things is just the fear of God. Fear of God. If truly you have it, it's a spirit. God knows those that are fearing him. And that is why God will always guide those that fear him. There's so many things they will fall into, but they escape it. Many things that they will see, you think that they were there, but they escape it because they have the fear of God. Fear of God have controlled their life, controlled their mind, control what they are doing. So it's a spirit. I keep on saying it's a spirit. Because you cannot just tell me you have the fear of a person and you are disobeying the person. It will be impossible that when you say you fear a person and you are disobeying that person, it's impossible. So if you tell me you have the fear of God, there is no how you will disobey God. Even prevention, you do not know when you disobey. There is a way God have created that way for us to be able to come back and adjust and begin to say through what we have done, which is against God and against our life. You see, so that is why you should be able to have this kind of change of mind. Don't have a mind that truly that you can do everything. Because even life will tell you there is a how life should be. And the life should be regulated. It's not everything. That is why you can't just tell that you find yourself into life and be doing everything into life. Life has a way it regulated what we do. So if you are kind of person that you say that you are into life and you can do all things, I want to tell you, no one have found himself into life do all things. Because life will have its way, it tell on you in through what you do. You may do it today and do it tomorrow and do it over and over and keep on escaping. But there is a time the escape may not be there anymore. It's not because it's not there, because time has way to pay back through what we have done. Time has way to pay back through what we have done. So you have to look onto your own life spiritually. What is that thing you are doing that God doesn't want? Not physical. What is that thing you are doing that God doesn't want? Spiritually. And you, if you know that what you are doing that God doesn't want it, and you keep on doing it, then you are looking for what God can do. And you know very well that God can do all things. So if you discover that what you are doing, God doesn't want it, just remove yourself from it.